If you are tired of forcing discounts down your customers' throats to increase conversion rates and increase average order value, I'm going to show you a super simple method and offer that you can use that's used by brands globally, including Gymshark, as a clever method to increase AOV and improve conversion rates. I'm going to take you through the psychology of why it works, a live example of brands using it, and actionable steps that you can take to implement those exact processes into your e-com store today. Let's get into it. So, increasing AOV without relying on discounts. See brands so often feel like they have to force discounts down customers' throats to get people to spend more money, right? Because they think the bigger the discount they get, the more things they're going to buy, average order value goes up generally. Average order value is total revenue generated divided by number of orders placed. You should see that on all your platforms anyway. But let's say we generate £1,000 worth of sales, have 10 orders, your AOV is £100. Very simple. So, assuming the number of orders that customers place over a given period of time, let's say a month, stays fixed forever, which it doesn't, but we'll dive into later. The way to increase average order value is to increase total revenue, right? How do we get people to spend more money? There are brands out there that feel the need to consistently offer discounts to stay competitive and to drive additional revenue. Because let's face it, consumers are emotional beings. They're driven by value and in search of a good deal. We now live in an age where consumer products and other brands are rife. So brands feel like they have to compete on price because they can't compete on anything else. And so it's an inevitable race to the bottom. If you're forcing discounts down your customers' throats, there's no additional value created. There are so many ways that you can create compelling offers to your customers without tying a specific arbitrary percentage discount. So we'll take a look at 3 super simple discount mechanisms other than an arbitrary 10% discount. So you've got very standard buy one, get one free. You've got reward schemes whereby if you spend X amount, you move up the ranks into more favorable reward categories. You get discounts, you earn rewards, you earn discounts, earn that brand value. And then quite simply, which we're going to get into today and is the core concept of this video, is free delivery. You can get more expansive and creative with your offers. For example, I know that Whoop, the fitness brand, they have an offer where you can try their product, and if you don't like it, you can send it back for free. That's still effectively a discount because there'll be a portion of people that return it and you have to take that into consideration for the discount. But it gets people to convert. It gets people to buy it because they're like, well, I bear no risk. So there are other offers like that. But for the concept of this video, we're going to take you through how you can leverage free delivery because it's such a simple, such an easy and effective mechanism that you can implement today to boost conversion rates and increase AOV. So, brand who do this so well, Gymshark, staple brand, they offer free standard delivery on orders over £49. And they're very specific about the £49. And you might ask why, right? Why £49? Well, if we look at a sliding scale of £0 to £100, the midpoint of that is £50. Once you start getting to £50 is closer to £100. It sounds quite simple, but £50 feels far more expensive than £49 because of how much closer it is. It's sort of beyond the halfway point to 100. So you're kind of on your way to £100, which feels expensive, right? So Gymshark's idea is let's get people to £49. Once they're at £49, it's very likely that they're going to spend more than £49. It's quite hard to specifically get your basket to actually £49. But you get people buying, adding things to the cart, and by the time they're at the cart, they've probably spent way over the £49, but it doesn't matter because it got them there in the first place. However, let's say you don't get to £49. This is what they do really well as well. They gamify your cart, meaning they specifically say, and they have a sliding metric of only up to £49. Notice it doesn't go beyond the £49. That is the end point, the point at which you achieve free standard shipping. They tell you how far you are away. They've also got some scarcity tactics, your items aren't reserved, etc. But that's other conversion rate optimizations. What they then do, which is clever, they offer complimentary products at checkout that can get you towards your free shipping target. Notice how these are not anything less than £14. It's all enough to get you to above the £49. And to be honest, if I was to then add this product to checkout, my basket would go beyond £49 and it would basically cover the free shipping anyway. So they make it super easy for customers to add items to their basket, get the free shipping, and they feel like it's a win. What you don't want to have to do is to have this, you're only £14 away from free shipping, and not have anything for customers to buy at checkout, because they're going to have to go back through the catalogue, they're going to have to find items and do some mental math to try and figure out, well, how much do I need to add? Do I need to add a pair of socks so I can qualify for free shipping, etc.? Doesn't work. But when done in unison, is a super powerful tool that you can do to increase conversion rates, improve average order value. Following on from that, you've got two options here. You have to be very specific about the free shipping threshold. We cannot just whack it up to whatever we want and hope that people pay that and convert. We have to make it easy, achievable, and attainable for customers so that they feel like it's within reach. It's within their budget. So take, for example, in our previous example, you had a current AOV of £100 and you want to introduce a free shipping threshold to try and improve conversion rates. If we whack that up to £200, double your current AOV, what do you think might happen? We'll find out. Versus another scenario where you have a current AOV £100, but you have free shipping on orders of £120 or over. 20% above your current average order value. Well, we will see. We do not want to sacrifice total revenue for the sake of AOV. So what I was saying here, right, is that yes, you want to increase average order value, but if you make the free shipping target so unattainable, it will reduce conversion rates, and as a result, it will reduce your revenue. So you may have a higher average order value, but if your total revenue goes down, chances are you're going to be losing out. So in this example, you increase the free shipping threshold to £200 when your AOV is £100. So yes, your AOV has gone up. You've had 5 orders, generated £750 worth of revenue. AOV has gone up from £100 to £150, 50% increase. Might seem solid. However, when we look at the formula, AOV has gone up because people are spending more. However, you are getting less orders. So the number of orders placed has gone down and total revenue has gone down as a result because you've got less people converting at the desired price. And when we compare that to the other scenario whereby you've got a current AOV of £100 and you want to increase your free shipping threshold to £120, that's a 20% increase, feels achievable, feels a bit more attainable. You generate the same amount of orders as before. So in the first example up here, 10 orders, £1,000 worth of revenue, £100 AOV. And now down here, we're going to introduce a free shipping threshold for £120 or more. You then get more people that are spending at the higher rate. You have people spending because they want to get the free shipping and it's only an extra £20, so they'll spend it. Everyone still converts, people spend more, and your AOV goes up. So number of orders remains the same, total revenue goes up, and therefore your average order value goes up. So everything rises in line with what we want it to. And that brings me to that point that I was mentioning before. We do not want to sacrifice total revenue for the sake of AOV. There needs to be a balance. In a few minutes, I'm going to break down for you the exact mechanism that you need to use to figure out what threshold should I use for my free shipping to increase AOV. So there was actually a study done in 2022. These stats are definitely going to still be applicable, whereby they went through and assessed the reasons for checkout not converting. And the number one reason, making up 50% of the reason why customers do not check out and they abandon their cart, is because of extra costs, i.e. shipping, taxes and fees. If we can wipe out 50% of abandoned checkouts by introducing a free shipping threshold, that is going to dramatically increase your conversion rates, get more customers in the door, lifetime value of the customers improves, and the cycle goes on. So a small change goes a long way. And the crazy thing is you don't even have to front this cost of the free shipping, because what you do is you increase your threshold for average order value. So you get people to spend more money. When they spend more money, you've got additional margin. That additional margin contributes towards the shipping that you're going to provide for free. So ultimately, you just increase your conversion rates at no cost to you. So you've got all that information. You've seen how Gymshark use it and countless other brands use it. But now what can you do in your e-com store today to start implementing this and actually getting success with it? So step 1, calculate your baseline. Pull the last 90, 180, 365 days, whatever you feel comfortable with your current average order value. Work out what your actual shipping cost per order is. You can normally get this from your courier. They'll give you some sort of rate card. You can download it, figure out what your shipping cost per order is on average, ballpark, and figure out what your current conversion rate is. So, for example, you may have an average order value of £100. We know that the shipping cost from us to the customer, that is £3. And we have a conversion rate of 3% based on the amount of traffic that comes to the site, people that convert, etc. Let's pull that data so we have a baseline to work with. Step 2 is set your threshold. So the sweet spot for your free shipping threshold, as I mentioned, you want to make it attainable and easy for customers to make that small jump. So the sweet spot is generally 1.1 to 1.2x your current AOV. So that's 10% to 20% above your current average order value. If your AOV is £100, we can increase it to 110, 120. If your AOV is on the lower end of £30, then a £6 jump isn't a huge amount if you were to bump it up by 20%. So it does depend, but just make sure that it works for you. So just to add context to this, customers who are close enough to the threshold, they will add an item to their cart and it will meaningfully increase AOV. Even a 10% jump multiplied by thousands of orders is a huge amount of revenue boost to your business. It feels achievable and it doesn't punish you. You feel like you're getting rewarded, right? And as we saw in the example before, do not set it at 2 times your AOV, like at £200. It's going to completely kill your conversion rates. Step 3, make sure you factor the shipping into your margins. Before you go live, make sure you do the math. So for example, let's say you do 1,000 orders per month with £100 AOV, you know that's £100,000 worth of revenue. Customer pays £5 worth of shipping currently because you don't offer free shipping. That's 5k worth of shipping revenue. So total money in is £105,000. Let's say now we offer free shipping at £120. You have 500 orders, so half of the current state that only spend 100, but they have to pay for shipping. So that's 50k plus £2,500 worth of shipping, and half actually spend more. So they spend £120, qualify for the free shipping. So now they spend £120, but that shipping cost is responsible for us, the business, to pay. So before, total revenue, 105, now it's 110. Make sure the math works before you launch, but it's also worth noting you might expect total number of orders to go down in line with higher AOV, because you might think you're forcing people to, or you're pushing people or incentivizing people to spend more money. You might think number of orders go down because they have to spend more. However, given the conversion rate is likely higher because more people are going to convert because of the free shipping once they get to checkout. Remember, that's that 50% of people leave. They don't even check out because they have to pay for shipping. The boost in conversion rates is actually going to mean orders most likely go up. So it's worth noting that. Step 4, gamify and add the progress bar like we saw with Gymshark up here. For example, you're only £14 away from free shipping. Show them the progress bar, give them complimentary products, make it easy for people to increase their AOV at checkout, make sure they can hit the targets. So yeah, show them how close they are, add X amount for free shipping, make sure that they've been rewarded, that they're notified that they've unlocked the free shipping. It's always a nice win, creates urgency, makes them feel good, and the goal is attainable. Make sure, again, add complimentary products at checkout, as we showed you with Gymshark. And then finally, step 5, track and monitor. So your core success metrics are AOV, conversion rates, total revenue, and margin improvements. What I see across the board is that AOV generally increases by around 15 to 25% within the 90 days. Conversion rates either stay flat for a little bit, but generally improve because you're offering free shipping for customers, and total revenue goes up because conversion rates go up. Conversion rates going up means more people order, more orders equals more revenue, and you should always have margin improvements because you're getting people to spend more money, and that contributes towards their free shipping. So that is how you can leverage free shipping in your business today as a super simple, easy offer that will increase AOV, increase conversion rates. If you want any help with this, leave a comment down below, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time.